Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me once again for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. How's it going? As we like to do, we want to start off by asking, how are you doing? How are you feeling? How are things going? We've all got challenges, and nobody's as like somebody else's. I get that. But just know that if you need to reach out, that's what this community is for. So if you've got questions, please do make sure to ask them, okay? Just thinking about you and keeping good thoughts and sending it your way. So what's new with me? Well, everything is pretty much the same. No new issues, no new problems, no new concerns. So glad about that. So, as I like to do, I'm reading anything having to do with retirement and savings and that sort of thing. And I go to Yahoo News quite a bit just to kind of see what is being shared with all of us, right? And so one time I see this story about an 85-year-old lady. She's bringing in $5,000 a month, and she says she needs a job because it's just not cutting it for her bills. And quite truthfully, that scared the bejeebers out of me, right? Because that's pretty much where most of us are, right? Just hoping to have enough to cover our bills, put money in savings, take care of ourselves. And $5,000 seems like enough to do that, right? So, once I quit sweating and quit shaking and going, Okay, what is this story saying? What is there to share, right? And, as I dug a wee bit deeper, what I discovered is this is not a money issue. This is about boundaries, okay? And here's what I mean. This lady, as I said, 85 years old, college graduate. I believe she said she went to Howard University. I'm like, wow. And she has a couple of pensions, if I remember correctly, Social Security, and there might have been something else. So at the very minimum, she does bring in $5,000 a month. And, like I said, that seems pretty good to me. And then kept going into the story. Her home is paid off. It's rather large. I believe she said it was 5 bedrooms. I don't remember how many baths. So it's definitely a large family home meant to raise her family, which she did. And she considered selling it. But what she'd have to pay for a new one, she was just like, you know what? I'm just going to stay right where I am. So $5,000 a month, owns her home straight out, right? What is going on here? And then she went on to say, her last job, she felt like she had to quit. She felt like she was getting pressure from management to go because she was in her late 70s. And I don't think there's any reason anyone should feel pressure to leave a job. I get younger people are coming up and they're struggling to find employment. I get all of that. But just on an individual level, if this person was fit and was taking care of the duties of the job, and she's keeping up, then no one should really feel pressure to leave. So I'm gonna leave that alone. But that she felt like she was pressured. She loved what she was doing. She was good at it. Felt pressured to go, so she did. She was making $140,000. Nice. That's everything sounds really good so far, right? So what is the problem? So over the years, she has positioned herself really as the person the family goes to when they need help. Really? You remember how when we were talking about um, retirement accounts being looked at as a piggy bank and it's free money, and so people see or people know that you have this money, and they're like, oh, you've got this pile of cash, so you should be able to help me. Now keep in mind, the money you save has got to last 30, to 35 years. This is not a give me a few $1,000s out of that, help me out, because you're stealing from your future, right? Your earning potential has stopped, when you retire, and you need funds to live on for the rest of your life. So looking at it from that way, and people may have gone to her over the years, Grandma, Mom, I need help. Can you front me some cash? And maybe she could do that when she was working, but when she retired, however, this is it, right? And she went on to say that it was her granddaughter who came to her looking for help. Grandparents are just wonderful people, right? And they always want to help, and I appreciate the thought. I really and truly do. But when Grandma went on to say that her granddaughter came to her for help because she said she had speeding tickets, $6,000 worth of speeding tickets, and Grandma said, immediately, I'll take care of that for you. Okay, red flags and flashing red lights for me. How about for all of you? First of all, what are you teaching this granddaughter? Baby, of course, Grandma will take care of that. $6,000. So now Grandma's looking for a job to take care of the expenses incurred by her granddaughter. That is just, I won't say wrong, because that's judgmental, and I that's not what this is about. We're not judging people. We're just saying, look out for yourself. The airplane, when that oxygen mask, the safety video that we watch each time we fly, when that oxygen masks fall out of the compartment, you take care of yourself, because you can't help anyone else if you are suffering. So you need that air first to be able to help others. And it's the same situation here. Grandma's got to take care of herself. She's saved this money to take her through retirement. It is not a piggy bank. It is not, I've run into a problem. Can I have some money? No. You got to leave that cash alone and use it to take care of your expenses. That is the whole reason for putting the savings away, right? And then the other part of that is, this is a grown woman. First of all, how do you have $6,000 worth of speeding tickets? And if somebody else pays for it, so hey, keep it going until the law says your driver's license is going to be taken away. Whatever happens when you get so many speeding tickets, what's the next step for law enforcement and that type of thing? So a grown woman with $6,000 worth of speeding tickets, and then she goes knocking on Grandma's door to pay for them, and Grandma's like, yeah, let me take care of that for you. Now Grandma, knowing this is why her $5,000 a month is not going as far as it should, because it's being treated by extended family members as a piggy bank, a free place to come for cash. And we really need to get out of that mindset, everybody. It's for you. Any money that's being taken prior to retirement, you're stealing from your future. And it's a lesson that I had to learn, right? Because I wanted $40,000, and it was the easiest place to get it. I could do it fast. Yeah, I had to take out $50,000 to be able to do it, because it wasn't 59 and a half, so I had to pay that penalty and taxes. So yes, I paid it right back, and I upped my 401k contributions, to cover for that. So to my credit, I was attempting to take care of it, but it already lost the compounding power. And that's, you just have to look at that money as your savings that you don't touch until retirement, and then it is for your expenses. It's not to be given out as a loan to people, because we figure out ways to make that money last for that 30 to 35 years. Then how much can I take out a month to be able to cover my expenses, have savings, have fun with my friends. All of these things. This is what makes for a happy life, right? All these things, joy, just take care of your expenses, everything you need to take care of, and have fun. That's what this life is about. Enjoying one another, doing things, getting out there, being social, just taking care of yourself. Okay. And that's what saving for retirement is all about. Taking care of yourself. Okay. So with that, I'm going to wrap up because we like to do this in the 10 to 13 minute range because we know you're busy and we don't want to take up too much of your time, but we want to keep somewhat of a regular cadence so that you're reminded to take care of yourself, right? Just do what you need to do for a good and productive retirement. Okay, and with that, I'm just going to say, if you'd like and you want to subscribe to this channel, please feel free to do so. It's free. It will come directly into your email, and you can keep up with whatever stories I am sharing with the community. Okay, so with that, I thank you so very much for joining me for Get Your Money Right with Yvonne. I'm Yvonne. And until next time, everyone, okay? You take care. Bye-bye.